Hi, I am sitting here with Ms. Post, and we are going to show you how to give the third grade intervention kit 4.0 on multiplying one-digit numbers by 2 or 3 digits. So you'll need everything in the kit, including the recording sheet, and the first thing I'm going to do is write her name, and I'll write Kayla on here. And then we are going to, for a warm-up, we are going to use these little cards that are the missing number cards. So they have different multiplication problems on there, and they have a missing number. Before you give this intervention, you will want to look through and read through all of the different math strategies for multiplication that students learn in the classroom so that you can best help them on them. So, okay Kayla, let's just take and draw a card. All right, and this is a partial product method, and they're showing how you can multiply 29 times 3. And they show us that, okay, 20 times 3 is 60, and then 9 times 3 is 27, and then we are missing our final answer. So what would the final answer be?
87.
Okay, perfect. And then I can flip it over to see if she was correct or not. And if I was doing this intervention with about 2 or 3 students, then they would all look at it and raise their hand or put their hand on their head or do something silly when they have an answer. So we would just continue drawing more cards for 1 minute, and then we would move on to the actual activity. So you would either hand out 3 cards if you're at level 1 of this intervention, which is multiplying 2 digit by 1 digit, or 4 cards if you're multiplying 3 by 4. So Kayla, I'm going to give you 3 numbers here, and you can place these in any order that you want. And then if we had other students, they would also draw 3 cards, and they would place them in any order that they wanted. And they would each need a marker board. And then we would go ahead and, would you just solve that problem 78 times 2 in any way that you would like? And while she's doing that, if I need to, because we have different problems going on, I just grab my calculator and quickly compute so that I would know if they're on track. 156. Okay, beautiful. So now, Kayla, I want you to prove it. Can you prove that 78 times 2 is 156 using any other strategy?
Yeah.
And if she's not sure, you could go back and you could pull up one of the little blue cards or something like that and say, how about you use repeated addition, or how about you use the partial product or the rectangle method? And so everyone would be working. And to add a little fun factor, I'm going to give her 1 point, awesome, for a correct answer. And what strategy did you use?
I did repeated addition, so I added 78 plus 78.
Right, because if you're taking 2 groups, we can add it twice. Give her another point here, and then fun factor would be, if I were to multiply 29 times 3, my answer would be much smaller, so she would also have the highest product, so she'd get an extra point here, and we can keep track of the points on our marker boards. And then we keep going for about 6 to 7 minutes practicing our multiplication. Okay, so to wrap up this short intervention, then we would do the multiplication squares just to keep at that practice of the facts, because once they have their facts done, the long multiplication will be way easier. So let's take out, there's different squares. There's the 5 squares, the 7 squares, the 6 squares, the 4, the 7, and the 2 on the back. So on the recording sheet though, I'd go back from our activity, and she was multiplying by 2 digits. She was able to solve and she could prove it. And then now for the closing, I'm going to give her a 5 square. So I'm going to circle 5 square on her sheet. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to insert it so we can save on copies. And everyone at the table, if I have more than one student, can be using the same square so it's easier to check the answers. Slide it in here. And then I'd say, okay, Kayla, I want you to try to complete as much of the multiplication square as you can in 1 minute. And you're just going to multiply the large number in the middle by the number surrounding it on the outside, and put your final answer on the outer part of the square. So go ahead and work on that. And while she's working on that, I'll let you know that in your direction packet, so you have your directions, your script for the entire intervention, which lasts about 10 minutes. You have your math background with the different strategies, and then you have an answer key so that when the 1 minute is up, I can quickly just take a look and see how far she's gotten, and then I can say if she's been accurate or not. And that's pretty much it for this intervention.
All right.
Nice work.
Thanks.
And the most important thing is that you show that you are enthusiastic and loved your time with
I
the students.
love math.
Okay, thank you.